Today, we are going to talk about a brand who has just been introduced in 2022, known for its drink mixes, sports drinks, and launched by Prime Hydration LLC. Let's deep dive into it. Hello, all. Welcome to another episode of Just Send It to Marketing, a podcast where we analyze a brand, a story, or an advert. I am Prachi, and I'm a luxury consultant. I have Andrea here with me, who is a marketing strategy consultant.
So Prachi, I guess if you live in the UK in 2022, you have absolutely been impacted by Prime energy drink. There was a massive uproar, there was a massive buzz around it, and it was sold out within minutes.
Oh my God, yeah.
I remember.
I can't forget that WrestleMania has become a huge factor, I think, after 2022.
Yeah.
Because it's launched by none other than Logan Paul and KSL.
Yeah.
So, for people who don't know, these two are really huge influencers. One is a YouTuber and the other is a WrestleMania expert. Boxer.
And they combined have more than 100 million followers. So anything you launch,
it will sell.
That's going to be a massive impact.
Yeah, I think it's because of the trust factor already. They don't have to work on building the trust again. So I think the brand has already crossed the level of introduction. They're already into growth stage already. And I think at the start, if you look at their colors, it comes across very vibrant.
Yes.
Their colors come across really vibrant. It seems like they want to target a really young crowd. So I think that's what the color representation is. Also the way the Prime is written, the font, it's really strong.
Yeah.
Like, they want to create, I think, the strong personality, as is similar to, I think, KSI and
yeah, that's right.
Logan.
Yeah. I think the brand and the product does relate to the founders, to both of them, right?
Yeah.
And when you look the Prime, the energy drink and hydration drink, they are targeting young consumers, right? And as a young consumer, as a young human, you want to be seen, you want to be heard, especially on the teenager years, for example, where you want people to see you.
Yeah.
So I think Prime comes and fills that gap with the positioning and the colors and the font and everything, because he wants to be seen.
Yeah.
So as a young consumer, I see Prime, I see my online idols launching Prime. I want it.
Yeah.
And that balance between demand and offer, it's not balanced anymore, because how could it be?
Exactly. I think they tried to create that kind of scarcity before. They tried to create that rarity factor where they limited the distribution on purpose to know the demand. But now, as it's going crazy with their advertising, and they're advertising with their quirky Prime costumes, if we see on their social media, and everything, I think the good thing about them is, I think the USP is their micronutrients and electrolytes, because I think they promote themselves as a healthy drink, a sports drink, a drink mix. Again, if you notice, they all their flavors, the unique flavors, they end with burst.
All right, yes, it's true. You pointed out, yes.
Yeah. So it's peach mango burst.
Yeah.
It's a strawberry burst, blue raspberry burst. So these are very unusual flavors, but you immediately know that when burst comes, it's maybe of Prime.
Yeah.
So I think that's again the factor that they are relating themselves to. And I think they're doing amazing with social media. But do you think they have negative publicity? Maybe.
Yeah. And it goes both ways, right? Because KSI and Logan Paul, they have this massive internet followers, and PR sometimes can backlash. So they need to be careful, because a bad PR could impact the company. But they do that very clever. They are very clever on the sports kind of positioning, where they sponsored 3 big football teams, and for a new company it launched in 2022 to be able to sponsor all those 3 top teams, one in the UK, one in Spain, one in Germany, is just, I don't think that ever happened before.
Right.
Because of course the cost to sponsor those teams, but also they position themselves as a sports drink. And there's no best way to sponsor high-level athletes.
Of course. It's going hand in hand, I think.
Yeah.
The sports and the energy drinks and everything, but they're targeting. I think that's because they have these healthier ingredients called electrolytes and micronutrients or coconut water for that instance. But I think one factor where they not even go back, they're kind of leading to that negative PR is they have a bit of caffeine in their drink. So maybe that can be a con. Not exactly a con, but if you're targeting a young audience, the caffeine could be.
That's right.
A bit of
especially again talking about young consumers, you probably live with your parents or your guardian, and they will be monitoring what you consume.
Right.
So Good point. Can't just buy energy drink that your guardian or your parents will not approve.
Yeah.
So that also because you depends on them. So that could also be a important point.
But I think like we both have studied biobehavior, but you never come across the hype culture as you've seen in the drink Prime.
Yeah.
I've never seen this kind of anticipation or the excitement that goes around the brand and creating that hype theory. Like you create so much of anticipation that people know that you're hyping.
Yeah.
It's really clear. So I think they have targeted that theory on point.
That's right.
Yeah. Again, the another theory that I related was scarcity marketing, where in the first year they did not distribute to their capacity. They purposely, created that paucity factor to not the drink be as accessible as it is now.
Yes.
So again, that is one of the most important theory. And last but not the least is social proof.
100%.
And more than 10 million followers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what you need, to prove that I want to drink this and I'm drinking this. I'm part of this community.
Yeah.
And look at me, I'm drinking Prime.
Right, of course. Do you think, Andre, that some of your recommendations can help them, counterattack the negative PR that is ongoing with them in some reason?
Yes, sure. Yeah. So I think especially having a big PR impact with Prime, I will explore the benefits of the product more and make campaigns around it to counterattack the bad kind of sentiment around caffeine or the elements in the drink.
Right.
Partnership with other business. Prime could benefit from being, again, how Prime can be relevant, after 2 years of consumption. Because when you talk about young adults, again, energy drink, their lifetime value, that client becomes a client, drinks, consumes, then stops. You're looking around 2 years, and an average of 2 years for Prime, for example. So how does Prime keep relevant for a young adult that is evolving to a young professional? It could be partnership with other companies that are already present in that transition period. So if Prime is already there, I will keep relevant for that consumer, and I'll be part of that transition, and I will keep in their mind. So I think Prime could definitely partnership. For example, game companies.
Right.
Because game is a really good example of how you transition from playing as a teenager, you keep playing as a young adult, and you're going to carry on playing video games for the rest of your life. So Prime could learn from the game industry.
Right.
100%.
Fair enough.
And the last one is definitely expanded distribution channel. Because if today to find Prime and buy Prime, you have to look around. You can't just go to a normal store, a local store, and you're going to find Prime. It's very unlikely.
Right.
So I would definitely expand the distribution for sure.
Nice.
So Prachi, as you always do, shall we do a quick SWOT?
Yes, please.
Can you give me some strengths and weaknesses then?
Yeah, strengths for sure. I think the healthier ingredients, I'll definitely give it to the coconut water and electrolytes as they're promoting it. Next is their influencer marketing. It's crazy. That's the strength, I think, most important one. And second is actually the distribution is their strength. I feel that, creating a bit of paucity, guessing the demand and market, and then playing around with the marketing. Weaknesses is, again, I think their negative public relations, what came in because of caffeine, or the hype which got a bit too much after a point, I feel. And yes, I think somewhere their regulatory, I think regulatory scrutiny as well. If they have a certain thing about caffeine in the drink, then it could be a weakness for the company. And can you give me some opportunities and threats?
Yes, sure. So opportunities, again, definitely expand the distribution, because I already know about Prime. Just come buy Prime because there's no available around me. And definitely that. Partnership, explore more, and there's room for more social media.
Right.
Logan Paul and KSI are huge businessmen, so they can benefit more from that and incorporate Prime. Threats, again, economy, change in the consumer behavior. We're talking about young adults in transitional period where it's going to evolve to a young adult.
Right.
So it's a definite threat there.
Sure. I think with WrestleMania going forward, it sure is going to be the sport of the year again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fantastic. Cool.
Yeah. So we have come to the end of this episode. Please do like, share, and subscribe for more. Feel free to send across your questions. If you have any specific brand, advert, or story that you want us to talk about, we would love that. See you next time.